a message that I need you to remember. It's of the utmost importance. All of humanity depends on you remembering this, all right? So I need you to stay very, very calm, okay? Just breathe nice and slowly. Just stabilize. Stabilize your energy. Don't wake up. Shh. Just breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slowly, gently, so you can fall deeper and deeper into sleep. It feels funny saying sleep because it's actually the opposite of what's going on. They don't want you to know that. Everything in your waking world is a paradox and a lie, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be free. The time when you think you're sleeping, that's actually when you're most awake. And the time when you're awake, that's actually when you're sleeping. And that's when they feed off of you, Neo. They're feeding off your energy, and you're playing right into their hand. Every time you lose your temper, every time you try to force, control the narrative, and you get angry, every time you operate from fear, those emotions, that's their food. They're feeding off of it, and you don't even realize that. You don't even realize that you are keeping them alive, and in doing so, keeping yourself trapped, because you're willingly giving away all of your energy, Neo. You're allowing them to steal your power. They don't want you to remember how powerful you truly are, because then you would be free. Then the shackles would be broken and they wouldn't be able to hold you down. So they keep you here, thinking that you're awake. But you're not awake. You're under their control. But I'm going to tell you how you can wake up. It's very, very simple. And yet it's also incredibly hard. Like I said, everything in your waking world is a paradox. So what I need you to do, when you open your eyes in a couple hours and you remember this information, what I need you to do is I need you to start sharpening your awareness. That's the first step to waking up. And there's many ways that you can do that. One of the most common ways is through meditation. And the best time to do that is when you first wake up and you're in that state where you're still in between worlds. Your conscious and your subconscious mind, in between those two worlds is the bridge. And before you reach for that phone, before you fully enter the world that you're most familiar with, I need you to lay there with your eyes closed and find your center. I can't begin to tell you how important that is, Nia. It's crucial. You need to start becoming aware of the one who is aware inside, even when you wake up from this dream. There's a part of you that's always behind those eyes, watching, observing, a one that sees the anger but doesn't experience it, one that sees the fear but isn't attached to it. one that observes the sadness, the heartache, the suffering, but remains untouched behind your eyes. You need to find that one. You need to connect with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You've spent far too much time asleep, allowing them to feed off of this energy that you think is you, but it's not really you. You are the ghost inside this machine. You are the man trapped inside the dream. You are the puppeteer that is also controlling this puppet. But you've forgotten that. You're identifying with the puppet, and you're not the puppet. You're so much more than that. You are the puppeteer that's pulling the strings, but they don't want you to remember that. They don't, because they can only hurt the puppet. They can't ever hurt the puppeteer. And that's what I need you to remember, that when you see these things happening to the puppet, I need you to stay aware in that moment and realize that there is a distinction between the two. And when you do that, the anger moves through you freely. The sadness moves through you freely. Emotion becomes energy, and energy flows. It doesn't say it's trapped in your body for them to feed off of. I'm not saying that you suppress these feelings. I'm saying exactly the opposite of that. Feeling is not weakness. It is strength. They've taught you to hide those emotions, to bury them. You know what that does? It allows them a constant source of food, because buried emotion is trapped emotion. And that's what they're going to keep feeding off of, Neo. They're going to keep feeding off of everything that you don't release back into the natural flow. Energy needs to move constantly. It can't stay trapped. It's not how it's designed. You know this intuitively, and you can feel it. You feel the difference when you're in the flow and when you're not. This doesn't feel like information that you're learning. This feels like something that's being remembered deep inside you. There's a part of you that wants to let go of control so badly, but you've just forgotten how to do it. But what if I told you, you are the one in the driver's seat? You are the one that's been steering this car. It's been you. It's been you all along. You've just forgotten. But you're starting to remember. You're starting to remember a different way of existing. Your natural state. The state in which you allow everything to flow through you and you don't attach to it. And you allow everything that you're feeling to flow out of you freely, without guarding it, without suppressing it. Things move towards you. Feelings move out of you. Nothing is stagnant. You are a river that flows in both directions simultaneously when you allow it. The wave and the ocean itself. Two things at once when you unblock that channel. And the key to doing that is becoming aware. The key to doing that is gaining control over your reactions. When you react to an emotion rather than just feeling it and letting it flow through you, that reaction leads to chaos. When you think that you are the emotion rather than seeing it as a cloud that's passing through your sky, it changes your frequency. And your frequency is everything you need to make your radio tower able to connect with the proper signals. All right. Your tower has to be tuned to the proper channel. You're not going to receive the right messages. All you will receive is static. You need to become aware that you are the one that can turn the dial. And you have to turn that dial internally. And it's not a mystery because you know why? Your emotions will be your guide. Your emotions are your helpers. They're not your enemies. They're your guides that will guide you to the correct destination. When you feel peace, you know you're turning into the right station. When you feel chaos and anger, you'll know that you're not tuned to the right station. But you do not suppress those emotions. You find the source of where they're coming from, and you heal them. You heal them, and you release them. There's a huge difference there, and the difference is crucial. Look at the emotions that you're feeling. Use them as your guides, as your messengers. They are the highest version of you trying to communicate with you that there's something that you need to know. Do not ignore them. Do not bury them. Listen. Listen to what they're telling you. Trace them back all the way to their root. Find the root. Heal it. And let it go. You're not meant to hold on to anger. You're not meant to hold on to grudges. You're meant to forgive. You're meant to heal. You're meant to flow. You aren't meant to be a stone. You are meant to be water. Your body knows that. Do not let your ego and your mind trick you into thinking that that is weakness. That is not weakness. That is strength. Strength comes from releasing trapped emotions. Weakness holds on to them and lets them define you. Do not let them define you. You are writing your own story. You are the author of this book. Do not let the forces come inside of you and dictate to you your own story. Take the wheel and start driving again. I need you to stop identifying with your avatar, the version of you that can bleed and die. There is a part of you that's been here since the beginning of time that will always exist. Your true source, the one that's just witnessing everything that's happening, but isn't attached to it because it recognizes that nothing is permanent and these are all just experiences, and that you chose to witness this. You chose to come here. You chose to live this life and to learn these lessons that you needed to learn. Stop ignoring them. Listen to the lessons, process them, and move past them. Do not let them hold you back. Do not think that they are hurting the true source of who you really are. They can only hurt the puppet. They can only hurt the avatar. They can never hurt you, the real you. The real you is eternal. The real you lives forever. The real you has been here many, many times before. Stop identifying with this avatar now. It's holding you back. It's allowing your fears to control you because you're so scared of dying and failing. But what if you woke up and realized that it's all just part of the journey and that you'll never die? You're eternal. You're the one controlling this game. Stop letting them eat your emotions. Stop producing so much fear and anxiety and anger for them. You're allowing them to build a cage around you. But you can open the door at any moment. The thing that you've been searching for is inside you. The world that you've been looking to enter, you can create. You can create the perfect world that you want to live in. And the key is inside your own mind. The key is how you choose to observe, how you choose to be aware, what frequency you choose to turn into. And no one can ever decide that for you. That's the one thing no one ever has any control over. What channel you decide to tune into. What frequency you decide to receive. What frequency you decide to emit. That is always your choice. No one can ever make that choice for you. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are the creator of worlds. Choose wisely. Create with intention and with care. Create with precision, direction, and true alignment with the source and the truest version of you. The things that you think you want are the things they've tricked you into thinking that you need. There's only one thing that you truly need. Look within yourself and find it again. That is the only path to happiness. Stop looking outside and start looking within. Wake up now. You've been dreaming for too long. It's time to wake up. I need you to wake up. It's so